Hello, today we're going to be looking at people caught lying on the internet with r/that happened. Did he have to be at a really inconvenient time? Yes. Yes, he did. Did I forget that I had 2 liters of water when I went through airport security? Yes. Yes, I did. Did I drink that 2 liters of water on the spot instead of dumping it? Yes. Yes, I did. Did the airport security guard start chanting, chug, 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 while smacking his fists on the counter? Yes. Yes, he did. Okay, coming to it. How the fuck do you forget that you have 2 liters of water on your person, right? It's just random way. How do you forget what you've got in your backpack as you go to the airport? Or like through airport security? I mean, I get... Okay, hold on. That does happen. There are genuine instances of people just straight up forgetting or grabbing the wrong bag. That happens, okay? That's a different story, though. Did he drink 2 liters on the spot instead of dumping it? Well, maybe he would, but I don't see that working out for him too well, because if you drink too much water in too short of an amount of time, you get something called water poisoning. You can die of that. That is really, really unfun. I would not want to go through that. That must have genuinely felt like shit. Instead of proving a point, you're gonna make yourself fucking miserable for the next, 3 hours because you're just completely fucking bloated. You're gonna, throw up everywhere, dude. I've seen people, chuck a liter of water and then start throwing up. You're not that guy. Also, what's the point of... You're not that guy. Also, what is the point? Just, what is the point of lying about this? You're not that guy, but you're not cooler because somebody thinks, oh my god, this guy can chug 2 liters of water. Yo, dude, get off this app, bro. My girl reads this shit. This guy watermogs me. Can't believe it. It's alright that you want to get your hydration in. This is a-okay. Just super fine. I'm very proud of you if you hit your daily hydration goal, which is kind of important. It feels good to be very hydrated. If you've ever been at airport security, that shit goes quick. I don't think he's got time to watch you chug 2 liters of water, mate. Imagine being the guy behind him. You're just sitting there waiting. Just waiting in the queue just to go through, but no, this fuck-ass is just trying to fucking drown himself, apparently. Drowning on land. That is truly what's currently happening. Matter of fact, drown in the airport. That's tough. And then the cops showed up and gave him a lollipop for being such a brave little guy and taking such a bold stance. AI slop has infected the vintage/antique stores. What I've done is started taking pictures saying something like, oh my god, I love that. I'm gonna generate that when I get home. And watch them lose it. I've had people call the cops and try to steal my phone because of copyright. Until they realize nothing AI generated is protected by copyright. Yeah, it's not. Because it's plagiarism. You can't really copyright something that is entirely plagiarized. That's entirely complete bullshit. But yeah, why the fuck would the cops show up? Why the fuck would the cops show up because you use ChatGPT? That makes no sense at all. He probably used ChatGPT to generate this comment. Honestly, it's quite astounding with how much people need to rely on ChatGPT nowadays. It is genuinely fucking sad that they genuinely have to AI generate comments about random shit. What should I eat today? ChatGPT, can you write my grocery list? ChatGPT, can you fuck my wife? Can you fuck my wife, ChatGPT? Oh, fuck off, Rebecca. He did not say that. Are parents/guardians happy about social media ban? With my son, nearly 9, knowing what YouTube is, I have asked him the other week when he was in the living room, what age should social media be banned? He replied, maybe 14, or maybe they can be responsible with a phone, but definitely 14 or older. Okay, I don't know if you went through this as a younger child, right? When I was 8, right? If I was 8, I looked at somebody who was 15, because they were physically a lot taller than I was. It's like, oh my god, this person is like really grown up, right? This person is super grown up. Then you look at an 18-year-old, like, oh my god, they're 18. They're an adult, right? They know what they're fucking doing, right? They've got their shit together. They know what to do. The world opens up for them, right? And then you turn 18. Technically, you're an adult, right? But you very much don't feel like one. You still feel like it. Well, you are a child. You are a child. I didn't have my shit together when I was 18. I didn't have my shit together when I was 23. I didn't have my shit together. I still don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just moving through life as fate takes me, basically. And I honestly think most people go through that. I think nobody actually. I'm 25 now. I don't know what to do. I think most people just like don't actually know what the fuck's going on at all times. We're just living every day, I suppose. And then everybody clapped. Oh, a classic one. My brother Chris goes, "Hey buddy, remember when you beat that guy up?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, but I never fought in front of him." He goes and very angrily, "Remember when we went to wrestling? Just you and me? Remember? Do you remember when Remember he hit me and you punched him and he died?" Me when I admit to manslaughter? I'm like, what the fuck? And now I remember when we went to SummerSlam in Nashville, and as it was very crowded with thousands, this dude almost knocked Chris over the balcony. That's not how you write balcony. And they hit dude right in the face and knocked him out, and everyone started cheering, clapping, LOL. He goes, "Yeah, that time," rolls his eyes and goes, "You're the best, always make me say for her kids a trip." Okay. I hate this. Oh, I hate the way this guy punctuates. Anyway, sure, me when I admit to manslaughter and or battery or assault, and thousands of people just standing there like, instead of fucking calling the cops. Also, wait, is this guy's brother a fucking member berry? Do you remember when you almost hit him? When you almost killed that guy? I remember. This felt like a trying to follow. That's also not great. This felt like a trying to follow a conversation when somebody's really drunk and just babbling endlessly. This must have been written when he was high. 100%. This did not happen. You don't just clock somebody in the head just because it's a bit crowded. That does not give you an excuse to knock a dude out. Also, if it's really crowded, you're not gonna knock somebody out. Why am I going through the logistics of this? This never happened. This didn't happen. He didn't knock somebody out. He didn't admit to it on, like, social media. This did not happen. Why am I going through the logistics of this happening? Fuck is wrong with me? Social media ego gets you through TSA. I have no idea who this guy is. Walked up to TSA in Orlando today, and before I could say, "Manual verification please," to skip the facial recognition photo, the agent says, "Yup, manual, I know." I say, "How the fuck did you know that?" He says, "I follow you, bro. I know you're not doing this shit." Amazing. What? He has his face as his profile picture. He doesn't want to get recognized by the government, but he puts his face on the internet. That is absolute horse shit. What the fuck is this guy on about? I can't believe it. Absolutely the fuck not. Also, do you think that the TSA, just because they know somebody, are just allowed to, like, just wave somebody through? I mean, I'm not American, right? I don't know how I've never been to the US. I don't know how strict the TSA is. I know for a fact that they don't allow you to have your shoes on while you walk through it because of, like, I think it was a shoe bomb or something like that, right? Which I think is a little weird. As a German citizen, and I've been flying quite a lot in my life to, like, the different continents and whatnot, I've never had to take my shoes off in any airport I've ever been in. This is, like, such an American thing. It's really bad. Saving lives at the bank. I saved a life yesterday. A good morning all, and happy Sunday. Who's the Scott there was? But yes, you read that right. I saved a life. Without going into too much detail, a young woman had a medical emergency outside the bank. I performed CPR till EMS arrived on scene. She wasn't breathing, and people were just standing around doing nothing. Is CPR not taught at school anymore? How long do you... Bro, I don't even remember 80% of the shit that I was taught in school. What, some 45-year-old to remember how to do CPR? I mean, granted, okay, here in Germany, I don't know how it is in other countries, but here in Germany, when you do your license, right, your driver's license, you actually have to you are mandated to take like a first aid course. Like, you have to do that. Otherwise, you can't get your license. Also, you will be sued if you do not help somebody if they need it. There is genuinely a cause for you to be sued by the state. I let capitalized. I let my training kick in, and I'm proud to say that she made it. Later, she thanked me for saving her life. I told her that it's what I was born to do. No thanks needed, okay. When we feel at our lows, the Lord reminds us he's not done with us yet. Okay, that is a weird segue, but go off. How do people get self-gratification by lying to themselves and everyone else? The internet is a wild place. Pretenders have always been around even before the internet, but now it's much broader audience, so gotta take advantage of all the praise and glory. I mean, who cares? That didn't happen. You think people would just go on the internet and lie? Lying on the internet? That has never happened. That has never happened in the history of ever. Like, no. We European... Oh, God, this one hits right at home. This one goes right to home. We Europeans just crave for that freedom of owning firearms. Takeaway. Americans should thank God and our country's founders that we have the protections offered by the Second Amendment and, quite frankly, a few other amendments, so we don't have to face the 13 weeks of hell that this poor tourist was forced to endure. They're not rights. They're not rights if they can be taken away from you, buddy. Over the years, I have spent time at the range with dozens of tourists from all over the world, including some extended family members from Germany who have never even touched a real gun. I can see that. Guns just aren't that prevalent here. The only time you really see guns is either you live in bumfuck nowhere, your family member is like at a range or like at a gun club or whatnot, or like you go through the airport security and you just see cops like running around with like MP5s and whatnot. But yeah, in general, guns, you can own guns in Germany. And in Germany, it's not that hard to get a gun. There's just certain requirements you need to meet before you can just go out and like buy a gun. You can't just walk into Walmart, go to the returning to school section, and grab a Mossberg 590 off of one of the racks, and just go to the fucking cashier. And not how that works here. It's not that hard, but it just takes time. You can't just get that done willy-nilly in 2 weeks. That does not work. They all reacted the same. They became immediately bedazzled by our freedom. Okay, guns equals freedom, I guess. I'm not even anti-gun. I like guns. I'm super stereotypical when it comes to that. I like everything that is loud, goes boom, or goes fast. I like guns. I like cars. I like loud music. I like boats. Boats are cool. Especially the Second Amendment. And they realized how off-putting their own country's strict laws and regulations actually were. Also, every single one of them wanted their own rifles, especially the AR. A few countries such as Argentina and Finland are changing their gun laws for the better, but Argentina is not in Europe, big guy. Anyway, wait. Yeah, again, you can own guns here. I don't want more guns. I'm quite happy with not fearing for my life every time I go outside and I open my mouth the wrong way and somebody tries to fucking shoot me. Never felt like it, and I don't want to. I'm very, very happy I'm very glad the way it is here. I'm okay. I'm good. I like Europe. I like the way that we had like guns here. Yes, I think that's good. Oh, I'm sure you showed her. Ever since I was a little girl, I knew I didn't respect authority figures. Based. In 3rd grade, my teacher said I couldn't use the restroom. I considered this, thought, but I can though, and peed my pants. She called my mom to apologize, and then I realized we could knock all this shit over. What? This is not a flex. I mean, you have free will. That's true. I mean, you have free will does not mean you could just not go up and like go take a piss, right? You just go to the bathroom. Don't piss yourself. You're not gonna get anything out of this. You're just gonna get bullied. Especially like 3rd grade, dude. Fucking young children are relentless. They're ruthless kids. Ruthless, I'm telling you. Absolute crazy shit. Yeah, she really did piss her pants in 3rd grade. I'm also sure that was not the beginning of a philosophical and political awakening. I mean, I can believe piss pads in act of defiance. Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen. That sums it up, I suppose. I think that's enough people lying for today. Like and subscribe. Otherwise, I'll make sure that happened to you.